top 10 worst faked injuries is like crazy. How do you fake? Like, what do you mean?
Dude, you're from another planet, but you're stuck here and you find this magic sword.
I probably should have left that part out.
It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
Skeletor destroyed our world.
Oh, I see why it's like
This
that.
is our home. I'm gonna fight for it.
Fucking Hollywood.
The first stage, you couldn't fathom there's a linesman standing about 2 yards away.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst faked injuries in sports.
He's not looking like he's in too much pain now. And then, oh boy, here comes the cramp.
Right.
And he goes down, so now they don't have to burn the timeout.
Yep.
For this list, we'll be looking at instances when athletes were clearly over-exaggerating their injuries. Which athlete on this list do you think was definitely crazy? Let us know in the comments.
That Chris Bosh one's so
Number 10,
fire.
Paul Pierce. In a 2008 game against the LA Lakers, the Boston Celtics' Paul Pierce tripped over an opposing team player's leg and fell to the floor. Clutching his knee in apparent horrific agony, his teammates carried him off the court, where he was placed in a wheelchair and wheeled off.
Tripping. Now I see how you fake an injury, bro. I have never in the entire NBA,
agony,
bro.
his
I've never
teammates
seen
carried him off the court,
carrying him like that.
where he was placed in a wheelchair and wheeled off.
Bro, hell. This is sad as fuck.
And their fans want to see Paul Pierce in a lot of pain.
Poor guy, right? Well, miracles happen.
Bitch. It's like in WWE when you're like, oh shit, like they're actually hurt, and then like they're like getting in the wheelchair, or they're getting put into the shit in the ambulance, like to get taken out, and then all of a sudden like they come back perfectly fine.
Behind the scenes, as Pierce returned to the game a little later, sporting a small knee brace and then completely taking over.
Rondo back to Pierce, another three, puts it in.
That's even more cool that
for Paul Pierce.
he actually went crazy too. Those shoes are fire. I'm like this. I'm weak as hell, boy.
Right foot, jaywalk. Jaywalk.
I'm weak as hell.
Number 9, Narcisse Ekanga. During a 2012 African Cup of Nations game between Equatorial Guinea and Senegal, midfielder Narcisse Ekanga decided to exaggerate an alleged injury. But his timing was a little late. Ekanga did actually fall, but upon finding himself on the ground, he glanced around, presumably to see if anyone was paying attention, and then proceeded to roll around like a toddler having a tantrum.
On, bro.
The thing is, everyone ignored him and kept playing. Ekanga can be seen writhing like a little slug as the others completely turn a blind eye to his shenanigans. Number 8, Tom Williams.
Tom Williams came onto the field with 1 point between the teams and just 10 minutes left. I understood from what Dean said that I'd be coming off at some point before the end of the match with a fake injury, but I had no idea how this would work.
This scandal, dubbed Bloodgate, proved to be one of professional rugby's biggest scandals. In a 2009 Heineken Cup match between England's Harlequins and Ireland's Leinster, multiple injuries and substitutions were made.
During a break in play, Williams was called over by the club physio. Steph came onto the pitch and told me to change positions with David Strettle. At this point, Steph handed me a blood capsule. I instinctively placed the capsule in my sock, as there was nowhere else to put it.
After 2 player substitutions, Tom Williams entered the field, only to be sent out with a bloody injury soon after.
Who punched Tom Williams in the mouth? Tom Williams?
It was soon discovered, however, that Williams had faked his injury using an artificial blood capsule. The team was accused of tactical substitutions with the help of their coach and physiotherapist and fined a hefty sum. The only thing to make this all worse was Tom Williams winking to his team when it all happened.
Yeah, I think if you didn't wink, then it would have been cool, but bro, you know you're getting recorded and you wink? Come on, dog. Commercial is
Apply.
I'm not watching that.
Number 7, Victoria Azarenka. At the 2013 Australian Open, Belarusian player Victoria Azarenka squared off against USA's Sloane Stephens. At one point, Azarenka called a medical timeout. After a full 10 minutes of waiting, Azarenka returned and ended up winning the match. Stephens later called the move trendy, claiming that many players, whether actually injured or not, were frequently using the timeout at the time. Meanwhile, Azarenka initially blamed her timeout on nerves when asked in the post-game interview, saying she suddenly felt overwhelmed. However, at a subsequent press conference, Azarenka claimed she had sustained a back injury. Think what you will about this one, folks.
You know what? I think I just really misunderstood what she asked me.
Number 6, Chris Bosh. The problem with some of these
Physics
attempts is that the
comedy.
players sometimes forget that there are numerous TV cameras capturing and replaying their every move. In a 2011 game
sold
against the
this shit
Chicago Bulls,
amazing.
Miami Heat forward Chris Bosh took a dive after Bulls player Carlos Boozer seemingly elbowed his forehead. But did he really? Looking at the replay in slow motion, it's clear that Boozer's funny bone barely grazes Bosch's head, if at all.
Oh, I don't even think he hit him. This is all about selling it, Kel.
Well, let's see.
Sometimes you've got to sell it.
No, he did. He did with his right elbow.
He got him right on the nose.
Bosh then cartoonishly flops down to the ground, alternating between holding the back of his head and his nose. Apparently the blow was so intense that it shot the pain to the opposite side of his head.
Smart founders know something most people miss. Get your domain name even if you're not ready to launch your business.
Number 5, Cam Jordan. In 2022, the New Orleans Saints squared off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Halfway through the fourth quarter, Saints player Cameron Jordan signaled that he was injured. This has prompted quite a bit of controversy, as it was rumored that Jordan was observed being coached to fake the injury in order to delay the game. The NFL has been cracking down on falsified injuries, and the team was fined $350,000, the coach $100,000, and the co-defensive coordinator $50,000. These are not meager sums, and the fines are being disputed. Once again, believe what you want.
What I don't need you to do is tell me that I wasn't hurt or wasn't feeling at optimal levels. It's impossible to do so.
Jordan was fined $50,000, but he later appealed the decision and won. Number 4, Brian Walker.
Even everybody in the whole
In a college
shit
baseball
knows.
game between Ole Miss and Arkansas, player Brian Walker walked up to bat, swung, and upon hearing the umpire yell "ball" on the first pitch, he suddenly found the ball and magically made contact with his elbow, but it was so quick that we can't even see it in the footage.
From that angle, it doesn't even look like it got close to him.
Then the show began. Walking around in agony, the coach talked to the umpire, the trainer gave Walker a quick elbow massage, and Walker was just strong enough to return to bat. Then he struck out, and a tantrum kicked in as he tried to convince everyone that his hardship was worthy of a sympathy walk to first base.
And he goes down swinging, and he's about to get tossed, and he is tossed.
When you use Big Nicotine's pouches, you're not outsmarting the dangers. You might just be discovering new ones. Don't be
I'm
their
still
elaborate.
putting that shit in my mouth.
Ready to build your future? Valley Build's
Bitch.
apprenticeship readiness
Come on,
program
man.
puts you on the fast track to a career in construction. In just 6 weeks, earn hands-on training, industry-recognized credentials, and job-ready support to prepare you to confidently pursue registered apprenticeships in construction. Valley Build. Your future won't build itself.
Number 3, Mick Painisi. In a 2012 Philippine Basketball Association game featuring the Petron Blaze
Damn.
Boosters and Barako Bull Energy Cola, awesome team names by the way, Barako player Mick Painisi was victim to the wrath of rival player Will McDonald. The latter bounced the ball off of Painisi's bald head, prompting the victim to think for a couple of seconds, then flop to the ground in, let's face it, a hilarious fashion. This is clearly a spur-of-the-moment decision gone wrong. Number 2, Mike Ribeiro. In a 2004 playoff matchup between the Montreal Canadiens and the Boston Bruins, Canadiens forward Mike Ribeiro took a tumble. He then proceeded to writhe in apparent agony, legs flailing while clutching his chest. Sure, he could have been injured, but shortly after this he was seen taunting rival players from the bench, laughing and grinning like a very uninjured man. Ribeiro denied that any of it was feigned, but Bruins players and fans thought and still think otherwise. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our
why is there
Chipper
McDonald's?
Kitwich on Number 1, Roberto Rojas.
Listen to that noise. The game is over. It's been abandoned by the referee.
The game is
Just
over?
what the outcome will be, I have no idea. But Chile have clearly refused to come back. And they left the field after their goalkeeper, they claim, was hit by a missile.
Here's another athlete who prepared for his performance ahead of time. In 1989, during a World Cup qualifying match, Chilean goalkeeper Roberto Rojas was apparently injured when a flare was thrown onto the field.
A flare?
There's an incident there. Something has been thrown.
The exact moment it hit wasn't televised, but the aftermath was, of course. Rojas can be seen bloodied and writhing next to the smoking flare and is then carried off the field by his teammates. It was later discovered that Rojas had been far from the flare when it landed and had bloodied himself using a concealed razor blade. Rojas received a lifetime ban, which was later lifted. Bosch then cartoonishly flops around. I'm sorry. Okay.
No, the Bosch. What's the point of faking it? No, that's what I'm saying. What is the? That one makes no sense. What is the point of faking it? In the baseball one, that one makes more sense. This fucking soccer one made no sense. Yeah, okay, say if you do get hit, like, then what? Feel me? Oh, shit.